we're developing the sound, the format, the plan, the business plan for Capital. One of the key things I kept coming back to is what are going to be our key differentiators? How will we differentiate ourselves from other radio stations? And so we looked at the technology. We looked at things like HD. A lot of people ask me, what is HD? And when I explain to them, I say, I listen to the station and I just heard this clarity, this absolute clarity. And I said, get yourself an HD radio, and then you will see real clarity, because you're not even getting all of it. You're getting part of it. The fact that we don't play more than X number of commercials in any one segment. The fact that our music is always programmed, so that yes, we're playing the hits, but they are programmed. The fact that we have quality broadcasters, we've made that investment. There are imaging or sound, even down to where we operate from. People say, oh, it's a bougie station. Nonsense. We have people in the markets listening to us. We have taxi drivers listening to us. Kids going to school. Where we operate from, few people actually even bother to know where a radio station physically is. It's irrelevant. It is what comes out of the radio station. We use some of the things as a marketing tool. So to me, where Capital is different is that we have looked to differentiate ourselves so that we didn't do just what everybody else is doing, and I think that we don't give away cheesy gifts. We try to do nice promotions, things that are different, like the Young Island promotion, like sending people to events overseas and that kind of stuff and so on. Quality things, always nice staycations at quality hotels and that kind of stuff and so on. Dinners at lovely restaurants.
You bring an experience.
Right. Some of our segments, things like Dine Out, our Dine Out experience, where we talk about, we go out and we become foodies and we experience, the food in different, and we come back and we can talk about it intelligently, because we take things like not necessarily the news, for example, and we can take something that's in the news, but we can play with it in a particular way that it won't offend, but it will entertain, So to me, those are some of the reasons why Capital Media, and we always say, we never ever say Capital Radio. We've never said that. We are Capital Media, because we recognize the point you made a little earlier on, that you have to also embrace those other platforms if you are going to be different going forward. But we did a few things differently. Why do you think that we have been successful thus far?
Let's start from the top.
Assuming that you agree that we have been successful.
We are, because first of all, Capital has made radio better here in Barbados. And one of our taglines is not only about making radio better. We don't use that, but I'm thinking that, but is of getting Barbados feeling good again. Because when you turn on to Capital, you hear what a radio station should sound like. You're hearing a good announcer. You're hearing good music. You're hearing we are connecting the Caribbean. We are connecting the region, the hemisphere, and we are connecting the world, because we have satellite stations in the UK, in Trinidad, and we're going to expand more from the discussion we've been having offline. But the intent is we got to make it better, and we are doing it better. Other stations have put up and going, you see what Capital is doing? They now come in the air, and that is what our intent is.
Capital for me has been a very exciting experience. I mean, I never would have thought that I would be sitting at home broadcasting to an island that I had never been to before until now. But you know what is really poetic about that experience is that years ago, well, I never had the experience. This is like way before my time. But people would only be able to hear a foreign radio station, just like, you tune. And you would remember that, yeah. Right? So you would just get that feed and you would hear, so you get feed coming from Grenada or Guyana or something, and that was your taste of foreign radio. So I guess for me now, I'm like, this is probably what it feels like, because for Barbados, they're hearing somebody in Trinidad, or they're hearing somebody in London, they're hearing somebody in Orlando.
Live.
This is all live. And it's not just for a few minutes, it's for like a full shift. Right. And it's also it's challenging in an exciting way for because I get to learn how to use different radio software, how a setup is done, because we take things for granted. You walk into a studio, everything is already prepared. But when you have to build your own studio now, you have to know, okay, this goes here, you connect here, you do this. So it's an all-around experience to me. So I'm not just an on-air person, I'm engineer.
Yeah.
I'm IT. I'm lost half the time, stressed. But it's a great experience.
Last
I'm inviting young folk to become interested in what we do and connect with Capital.
Thank you very much, Big George Bain and Karen Das, as we have a little roundtable chat at a square table about the state of the industry and the Capital Media's impact after 3 years of existence. Thank you both very much.